Dear Carrie! No idea what that was. Hello! I'm really sorry that I missed last week. Appalling behaviour. I think I just had a testing few days and was trying to cram too much in, and by the time we got to Thursday night, which is when I usually make and upload these so it can be ready for you guys at 9 o'clock on Friday. Usually 9 o'clock on Friday, sometimes 10 o'clock, sometimes later if I decide to film it on a Friday. You know, by the time I got around to actually doing it, I was absolutely pooped, and not really in the right frame of mind to be vlogging, really. So I hope you forgive me. As I've said quite a lot, actually, it's trial and error when you've got 2 kids and you're trying to vlog and make videos and stuff. So I'm sorry, but we plough on. We must go on. We must. First things first, Carrie, you kept mentioning Casey. I can't remember his surname. Let's Google this. Neistat? Neistat? Let's listen to how you say it, shall we? Ugh. Advert, Carrie. Advert. Hate those adverts at the beginning. Rah. Let's listen.
Have you watched him? No. I mean, come on. You guys have full-time jobs and are writing books and have 2 children. Why don't you have the time to do this stuff, huh? No, but seriously, you should really watch Casey Neistat if you ever get a chance.
Neistat. I'm going to say Neistat. Anyway, Carrie, you kept banging on about Casey for long enough. So we decided to cave in and watch. And I can absolutely see why you wanted us to watch his stuff. He's so creative and it makes everything look so easy, but the amount of work that must go into creating what he creates is crazy. For us, it's quite difficult because what we can manage is an hour and a half a week where we kind of dedicate sitting in front of our bookshelves, talking and then editing it all together and then uploading it. Which I know probably doesn't seem like a lot of time really to most people, but it's all about being able to, you know how people should live within their means, so you earn a certain amount of money and that's what you should, you know, live within so you don't get loads of debt. I kind of feel like people should vlog within their means. I know that our lives are quite full and so we have to kind of think about how much time we can dedicate to it. But that being said, I would also like to increase the amount of time that we spend vlogging, and also maybe throw some other things in so that we're not always sat in front of a bookshelf. I do try and spruce it up a little bit. Obviously it's been hard the last couple of months, the last few months, you know, with Buddy's arrival and stuff. But you know, at some point in the near future we are going to step our game up, and seeing really creative vloggers like Casey definitely gets your creative juices flowing and just makes you realise how fun it is, really. Carrie, I completely understand where you're coming from. You're probably going to have much more of an exciting life than us. We spend a lot of time writing indoors, playing with the kids. Casey obviously has an amazing life in New York and is always on his skateboard and everything. Carrie, you are off on tour around the UK, so you're going to be seeing loads of different places and you're going to be able to have loads of fun with that. I'll just do, you know, I'm not going to be daily vlogging, definitely not. I mean, I tried Vlogmas once and I was in at the same time and that was a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, I'm not going to be daily vlogging anytime soon. But that being said, I am feeling like I need to inject a little bit of time and a little bit more love into my videos. Because I love sitting here and just having a chat, because I know this is going to sound weird, but I don't actually get much time outside of the house to talk to people, interact, you know, on a social level, on a normal social level, because a lot of time is spent working, and people are like, what you got to moan about? You know, you just write books, and well, we've got 2 kids, and actually when they are asleep, that's where our working time. So really, our days are full, and it can be quite draining, and trying to fit a social life into that doesn't always work. So for me and Tom, maybe watching a YouTube video that's like, oh, the Hollywood Reporter is one thing that we've got really hooked on. Hollywood Reporter do like a round table, usually around the Oscars, an Oscars round table or something like that, where they get all like directors together and actors together. So, and they're usually about an hour long. So sometimes at the end of the night, when we've done everything that we need to do, that is what we will do. We'll sit down and watch that. So that is kind of our way of unwinding, really, but still remaining creative and getting our juices flowing. But because of that, because of all that busyness, it means that we don't get time really to spend with friends. So this time talking to you guys is kind of like spending time with friends, because we get to chat. And I know that sounds really weird, but that is one of the things I really like about YouTube. It kind of keeps me out there and feeling like I'm having some sort of social interaction even though it's just me sat talking to a camera. So it makes the lonely days not feel so lonely. I hope that makes sense. And I actually think that that is one reason why people like watching vlogs and like watching anything on YouTube, really, that people address the camera directly, because it makes you feel like you're a part of something, and you're really being and you're really having that communication, I guess. Just food for thought, really. But yes, Carrie, I completely understand why you're utterly in love and obsessed with Casey. I feel like I am too going to be that way, and I just want to go and look through all of his vlogs because they're just so beautifully shot. It's nice finding vloggers like that. I wish we'd have listened to you sooner. Sorry, Carrie. So it has been a busy time, but that being said, we're going on holiday for a few days, which is why I'm filming this really early in advance to upload on Friday. It will be set to schedule, so when you're watching this, I shall be in Italy with my nonna and having lots of pasta, because yes, the ban on gluten and sugar and everything is lifted when I'm on holiday. I'm only on the way for 5 days, so I'll be back before you know it. Yeah, we're off on our way to Italy. By now we'd have made our first flight as a foursome, so I'm hoping that's gone well. And also, it's worth noting that the first time I ever did a real vlog, because I think my YouTube channel kind of was, I didn't really know what to do with it, first of all. So I can remember one of mine is like the cats making funny noises. Another one is a squirrel in a tree making really bizarre noises that was interrupting my sunbathing. And the other video, I guess the first proper video that I uploaded was my wedding, like becoming Mr. and Mrs. Fletcher it's called, which is our wedding day. But I didn't actually edit that or put that together. That was by Dave Spearing, obviously, the god that is Dave Spearing. The first actual vlog that I did, that I was filming and I edited it all together and put some, you know, music in the background and everything, that was when I went to see my nonna about 1.5 years ago, when Buzz was only 5 months old, 5.5 months old. So that started my vlogging journey. As obviously I'm going to be vlogging while we're out there. Not so annoyingly that I'm going to be, you know, getting up in my family's grill, but I think it would be nice to capture it. And obviously it means that you get a change and you don't have to see this backdrop. So it might not be a Dear Carrie, it might be a special standalone one, but who knows. Either way, the next vlog will have some Fletcher / Falcone / Corley family holiday moments. So going back to the sugar ban and everything like that, it was going really well, and I was really strong, and then I had to go to this afternoon tea thing, and I was invited along to, and obviously I was kind of a bit like, well, it's afternoon tea and I've been really good for 3 weeks, so I'll just have a little bit. Plus there were 10 people around this table with 2 trays, and usually anyone who knows afternoon tea, you get one of those trays for 2 people. So, you know, I was like, that's fine. But then I cheated again because I had to go for brunch a couple of days later for a work thing, and I ended up having granola with yogurt and poached eggs and avocado, which is fine, but on toast. Only tiny slice. I think the bread was like that big, not even bigger than, probably just bigger than my mouth. So really that's not a massive cheat. But then I went to Emma Willis's house and I had a biscuit. So yeah, I did cheat, and I actually find it, I think in my mind, when I make a decision to cut things out, I find it quite easy. But when I cave and I start cheating, that's actually when it gets harder. So I'm much better at just kind of, because yesterday we were going around, it was a nice hot day, and suddenly I wanted an ice cream cone and I wanted chocolate when we got to the shops, and everything just wanted it. I wanted everything in my mouth. Yeah, that's a no-no. So in Italy I'll, you know, have a slight bit of sugar and pasta, obviously, because if I told my nonna that I was having gluten-free pasta, she'd be going mad. I feel like when I start these vlogs, I'm my head's here and it's a good frame, and then I just get comfortable and start talking and I end up down here and then it's like a crap shot. Sorry, I shall sit properly, or just change the camera angle from now on. I've actually got to go pack. This is actually just a little vlog, just to say hi, sorry I wasn't here last week, and alright. How you doing? I shall see you next week. Love you lots. Bye. Was that even? I don't know. There we go. Bye.